Hey everybody, it's time for another animated cartoon series review intro with a brand new costume. And this time, this is my 2013 and before and after real life superhero costume for my Douglas Blair Roberts personality YouTube actor based character. A similar outfit will also be for the real life superhero based character. But yeah, the songs will be the same. Sonic Weekend and the Back in Time song. This is for the cartoon, where the next one is the anime, and the next two are the real life superhero versions with different intros, but in a slightly different version of the costume. So with that being said, let me get started right now. Hey everybody, it's time for my part 1 narration review of the 1995 Malibu comic book inspired cartoon and USA Action Extreme regular, the Ultraforce cartoon. Like I said, I did a short narration review without an intro a decade ago, which is when I saw this cartoon for the first time. A short decade ago in 2013. I think the website was called Newsrama. They counted down the worst superhero animated shows, and this awesome show, Wildcats, and another awesome show, Avengers United They Stand, were featured on that list. They're featured on that list, and Ultraforce, even though it was a negative review, I liked what I was reading and what I saw, the poster. So I decided to give this show a watch. This is just another underrated show I missed out on in my childhood because I didn't have my own TV. I didn't have my own TV and couldn't and didn't watch much outside of the three big networks: Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon. There was also kids that would be in Fox Kids, but I didn't get to see much of the other channels. Then, when I was old enough and finally had my own TV, all of these shows were either off the air or they were on channels. They were on channels I just never saw it. I just didn't get in my area. So, yeah, that's what this show was. Way better than the website says. Far from the worst superhero cartoon of all time. One of the, not the greatest superhero cartoon, but this cartoon had, my opinion, the best superhero roster of all time, even better than that of the Justice League and the Justice League, Avengers, and X-Men. All of those cartoons are way better than this one, but this cartoon had the most badass team of them all. You got the main character, Prime, a Shazam Superman inspired hero with elements of He-Man and Thor. Then you got Hard Case. You got Hard Case, the first and most famous Ultra, and a super who's like a hybrid of Thor, and the 80s rock stars, 80s and 70s rock stars, especially the late Eddie Van Halen and Raul Holland from Dexter's Laboratory. And is also this character is also the much more mature, the most level-headed of the group. Then you got Prototype. This series is Tony Stark, Iron Man. Looks like him when it comes to his suit design, except it's blue and yellow. Sounds like him, and even has a similar role. In the series that he's a flyboy and he's the spokesperson. He's the spokesperson of the group, and is cocky, cool, and charismatic, just like Prime. Then you got Ghoul, a wisecracking zombie who's the last of a race called the Exiles. Yeah, he's like this show's Deadpool, which this show is pretty much an inspiration of the X-Men, Avengers, and Justice League. They even have when it comes to the female characters, they even have their own Jubilee in Pix, who even shares the same voice actor as Jubilee. Voice actress as Jubilee. Then you got Country. I think that's her name. What was her name? I think Country. I think that was her name. Yeah, Country, who's like a hybrid of Professor X and Jean Grey. So yeah, the whole plot revolves around these races of people, the Ultras and these underground mutants, dwelling mutants who hate surface dwellers and wants to do everything in their power to wipe them out. And it's up to the Ultras to stop them. At least that's what the first 3 episodes are centered around, to deal with them and several other baddies. The bad guys really aren't that memorable compared to the heroes, because the hero roster, like I said, is so awesome. It's one of the best rosters I've seen in not only comic books and superhero cartoons, but action cartoons in general. Far from the worst cartoon ever. Action, animation, everything. Theme song could have been better. theme song could have been better than what it was, especially compared to its rival, Wildcats. Wildcats, which I'm going to talk about next. And then, and show was surprisingly dark. In the first episode, they killed off one of the main characters, Pix, in a brutal fashion through radiation poisoning. And yeah, comic books. I've read a couple of the comic books so far. I think the comic books were a great read. I think the TV show and the video game are much better. And this show gets criticism for not following the comic books, but what show in the 90s was an exact replica of its comic book. Even X-Men the Animated Series, the closest to its comic book, had to change things in several areas to fit Fox Kids' network censorship. So yeah, this was Ultraforce. This was the first in a series of reviews. This was a short narration review because despite finishing this show in 2014 or 15, show is not memorable. I forget everything after watching it. I had to watch the first 3 episodes to remember what it's about. And yeah, it's not. Yeah, show is not memorable. So this is the once again you get your 2 narration review. You get your 2 narration review intros, and I'm going to finish watching the show and give you your full-length season 1 only webcam reviews. Then, of course, in the future, other types of reviews, the comic books, then the comic book and show together. So, and the post reaction reviews, which I debuted with the late 2010s, early to mid 2020s Disney Channel shows. So, with that being said, you want to hear the rest of the music? Oh yeah, to see part 2, the link will be in the description box below, and you can find part 1 on my channel in the popular uploads. Now I haven't decided whether I'll include it in this video right here, but you can find it in the popular uploads. It was one of the most popular videos I did. So with that being said, you want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.